Welcome to Tiger Tracks, your home for the best of LSU athletics. And now, your hosts, Jordy Holtberg and Bill Frankes.
Well, a slight addendum. That's not Bill. You know, this is our season finale. Bill's on the road with the LSU baseball team up in South Bend, Indiana, via Knoxville, Tennessee. So our correspondent, Garrett Wolver, is here. Give me a look.
Good to see you, big guy.
We decided to honor you and reward you for all your job well done. Anyway, season finale. It's going to bring a tear to my eyes. It really is. But big week, LSU baseball. Got to win. It's regional time coming up. They got to win a bunch of games. Florida coming to town next week. We got a big show planned.
Hey, the Rally Possum pulled them through against Arkansas. Possum. That's the hottest thing on the web right now.
Could you believe that Arkansas player actually tried to pick that thing up, and then that little baby possum showed its teeth, and he hightailed it, man.
I'll tell you what, that's the funniest thing we've seen at the box in a long time.
You ever eaten possum?
Oh, absolutely not.
Never would. Never, ever would. All right, coming up on the show, Eddie Nunez will join us to talk about facilities. You know, it's always growing, and LSU's always stepping up and getting ahead of the times.
I'm excited to see what LSU has planned over the next couple of seasons, and they've just got a brand new tennis facility up. They've hosted the SEC tournament. What's next for LSU? We'll find out.
Nutritional center?
I think that's next.
Who knows? You got a chance to sit down with several softball players who are bidding a fond adieu to LSU. Very, as far as winning is concerned, boy, what a resume.
And they've got a chance to go back to the Women's College World Series. We'll see how hot they are in the NCAA tournament.
He's Garrett, filling in for Bill. I'm Jordy. We'll be back. Tiger Tracks on CST. Stay with us. Welcome back to Tiger Tracks. He is Garrett Wolver, and I'm Jordy Helper. We are thrilled to welcome in Deputy Director of Athletics, Eddie Nunez, who has a myriad of things under his umbrella, one of which is anything done facilities-wise, he's got his thumbprint on. And that's a daunting task. It never ends, does it?
It never does. It never does. It's been fun to be a part of it for the last 10, 11 years and just seeing the growth, but you're correct. It never ends. It just never does.
Football ops, that's where we are. That's one of the topics that we want to talk about. What's going on? I know Tommy Moffitt's in some dungeon now as they improve the weight room, but what else is going on? Yeah, I'm just kidding about the dungeon.
Yeah. No, I don't know if it's a dungeon. What we've done is we're in the first phase of our football operations project, which consists of enhancing our weight room. Okay. What that means is over the last 10 plus years, Coach Moffitt, Coach Miles have really allowed other sports and it's adapted. They wanted the interaction of other sports being in there, so the space became tight. You know, it's not just football in there working out in the football weight room. We're doing baseball, softball, soccer, a myriad of different sports and going in there. So we had an opportunity to really expand it out, double the size of it. So so the opportunity to actually enhance this area was critical for the student athlete. So we want to give them every opportunity to be successful off the playing field and on the playing field. So we felt this was a top priority for us. So Tommy right now is actually in our indoor facility. He found a way to make it work.
Very good.
That's such a show of support by the athletic foundation, by the athletic department to put football up where it belongs.
Absolutely. TAF has been, they've been extraordinary throughout their efforts to fundraise, not just for football ops, but some of our other facilities. Since day one, that's been their mission, to help LSU athletics get better. And this is just another example of it. They did a great job fundraising for this first phase. TAF has been hands-on from the standpoint of wanting to help the student athlete welfare. So this is just another example of how they do it and their efforts to try to make every opportunity possible. So we got another phase, which is phase 2, and we're in the fundraising efforts of that one, which is extremely important. So that's where our goal is.
Heck with the weights. I want to eat. Feed me. Nutrition center. What's the status there?
Well, the world of college athletics has changed. I think everybody has seen it. The landscape changed dramatically over the last 3 to 4 or 5 years. One of the things that was the first phase of that was our nutrition centers, and we started with our fueling stations. It's an easy way to say a snack shop. So now we have 3 of these facilities in both weight rooms and one in our academic center, which are extremely important from that standpoint, where our athletes have an opportunity to refuel themselves between classes, between workouts, make it an easy pit stop before they go back to class, go back to their dorm room. We offer everything from smoothies to quick sandwiches that they can pick up and go. So that's the first implementation of this nutrition wave that's gone through. The second is this nutrition center. We wanted to do one of the main things that people have been hearing. We want to educate our student athletes. We want to give them an opportunity to just grow. We want to be able to teach them how to cook, how to eat properly. So that's this nutrition center will be a big emphasis going forward. Our coaches are excited about it. It's been a huge recruiting tool for them. So.
Smoothies 24/7.
Smoothies 24/7.
Wow.
On-call chef that's going to be there cooking. Again, not just producing this mass food with steaks and fried food. It's going to be the food that's tailored to those student athletes.
Wow, amazing. Let's take a quick timeout. When we come back, it almost seems like an afterthought. Gymnastics, tennis, but we're moving on. But what great success those programs have had, and it's very evident because of their complexes. We'll continue the conversation with Eddie Nunez, Deputy Athletic Director of LSU, here on Tiger Tracks.
Tiger Tracks on CST is being brought to you by Capital One Bank, the official bank of all things Louisiana, and by Louisiana Propane Dealers. Get up to $1,200 in rebates on propane accessories. Find out how at louisianapropane.com.
Welcome back to Tiger Tracks as we continue our conversation with Eddie Nunez, Deputy Athletic Director at LSU. Things are always changing, not only from an infrastructure, but facilities, but also the big hot topic now are these satellite camps that are popping up. What's going on there? Can you describe that to us in layman's terms?
Layman's terms, I think we're all still trying to understand it to the best of our abilities. It's an opportunity that has, again, morphed, that everybody's seen all the talk, and I think there's still a lot of questions to be answered. The big thing that we're trying to do is understand what are the parameters, what opportunities may exist. Our main goal is being able to target our state. You know, we're still, our main goal is to make sure we do our part in our state. And if you want to consider it a satellite camp by being able to go to New Orleans or some of these other places like the Alexandria or Shreveport areas, that's going to be our goal. Our goal is to hit our state, make sure that we do our part to continue to reinforce LSU's presence. Okay. And then you'll have some other opportunities in the future, as we will this year, where our coaches will be able to go to some high school camps throughout the country to be able to represent LSU, but it won't be a LSU camp. It will be them representing LSU as coaches.
Gotcha.
You know, LSU football likely going to go into the preseason ranked inside the top 10, if not right outside the top 5, and you've got a great showcase, game 1 at Lambeau Field. That should be a great trip for any Tiger fan.
We're excited. Coach Miles and his staff have done a tremendous job. I know they're excited about this. The team they're eager. I think everybody, not just the team, our fans, our staff, everybody is eager at the opportunity. It's going to be a tremendous environment. I mean, I'm fortunate to have been there early in my career when I was working at Marquette University. I had an opportunity to go up to Green Bay, and it's a tremendous. It's one of those iconic stadiums similar to Tiger Stadium that has that feel that you just have to be a part of it. So to be able to go in there and have, Tigers, play there, I think you just can't ask for anything better than that.
Quickly, SEC spring meetings coming up. A big dollar check ought to be coming our way, which is good. What other issues are out there?
Again, everything right now is driven off the student-athlete well-being and what's happening with it. You're going to see the time constraints on student-athletes from their workout times, their off times. That's a big discussion point right now. So, just like every spring meeting, we're going to hit on a lot of topics. We're going to discuss from everything from our current TV contracts to scheduling to the student-athletes. So they're very in-depth meetings. They're very everybody works together to try to find a common ground. So I think you're going to see a lot more of the discussion kind of centered towards the student athlete, what we're doing, how we're doing it, making sure we put them first and foremost above and beyond everything else.
Okay. Very interesting to see, and it's something always good comes out of that. And I wonder if the welfare of student athletes, particularly with football, how many times are you going to put pads on and hit each other? You know, that we see what's happening in the Ivy League. Maybe that transcends down a little bit. We'll see.
It does. Concussion, there's so many different facets that are still right now hot topics, and we're doing our part. We're spearheading a lot of the national research. So all that will continue to be a discussion point. And then, again, when we look at it, what's in the best interest for our league moving forward and how we best represent ourselves.
I'm not used to seeing you without a hard hat on your head. I mean, that's all you kind of live in these days.
It is, but it's good to take it off every once in a while and represent LSU the right way.
Eddie Nunez, Deputy Director of Athletics, thank you so much for your time. Continued success, buddy. Have a great summer.
Thank you. My pleasure.
All right, we'll take a time out here. When we come back, we'll get back into the show with softball. They are several seniors. What a great track record they have had. Success on the oval or the pitch, whatever you want to call it. We'll have that report next on Tiger Tracks. Postseason time around the corner for LSU softball, and several seniors. You had a chance to sit down and talk with them. Beth Tarina's club. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And that's what we're hoping for with this team. A tough schedule. They're on kind of a winning streak. The seniors are very important.
I'll tell you what, those seniors have seen a lot in their 4 seasons. Jordy, they have the second toughest schedule in the country, let alone the toughest in the Southeastern Conference. They've won 11 of their last 12 ball games heading to the postseason. Should be impressive.
Here's Garrett here. Here's Garrett there. LSU senior softball players.
There's so many people I want to thank for this 4-year journey. First, beginning with God, who has given me this amazing platform to represent Him on. Second, my coaches, past and present, starting with Coach Gerard and her staff for giving me a shot to play here, and Coach Tarina and her staff for being the most amazing people that could ever have coached me and teaching me that softball is what I do, not who I am. Then I want to thank my family, especially my mom and dad, who have been the most amazing support system I could have ever asked for in my entire life, and for being my biggest fans in the world. I want to thank my teammates, who have been the most amazing 22 girls I could have ever asked to play with, and I'm so grateful for every single memory and tear and just happy moment that was shared here, and I will carry these moments with me for the rest of my life. I was told when I got here to leave LSU better than I found it, and I think in return LSU is leaving me better than it found me.
Hey Tiger fans, thank you so much for being out here today. It's been awesome to have you guys here the past 4 years. We couldn't have played without you guys, so thank you so much. I want to first thank God for allowing me this platform that I've been able to play the past 4 years on, allowing me this moment. And I want to say thank you to my Nana and Papa for being here every single game and never missing a moment and being in the same spot that they have been for 4 years. I want to thank my family, my mom, my dad, my sisters, and the rest of my family just for supporting me in a dream for the past 18 years and always being by my side. So thank you so much. Thank you to the support staff, Andy, Marla, Pam, Mel, and our coaching staff. You guys have shaped me to be such an amazing person, and because of you, I get to leave this field better than I came, and you guys are just awesome. Thank you so much.
Hey y'all, first off, I would just like to thank my coaches for just giving me the opportunity to wear these 3 letters across my chest that I will never take for granted. I thank y'all for believing in me and just making me a better person on and off the field, and I'm forever thankful for that. Second, I'd like to thank my family just for the encouragement and just believing in me as well. Without you guys, I wouldn't be who I am today, so I thank you for that. Last, I'd like to thank my teammates. You guys are awesome, and I believe that y'all have made me the person I am today. If there's one thing I could leave you with, it would be just to always keep God first. I pray that you always find a road that will lead you back to Him, because ultimately He has the best interest in mind for you. So just know that I love you guys, and it has been an honor to be your guys' teammates. And last, I'd just like to thank LSU Nation. Again, thank you for the opportunity to wear these 3 letters, and I'm forever thankful for this family that I'm now a part of forever.
These years have gone by really fast. First and foremost, I want to thank God for this opportunity to play for LSU, for such an awesome program. Thank you, God, for giving me the talent to keep going. Secondly, I want to thank the coaching staff. I've always wanted to play for LSU, and thank you for making my dreams become a reality. We have one of the best coaching staffs in the whole country. Third, I want to thank my family and friends. They truly have been my backbone since day one. Especially my sister. She guided me along the way for about 2 years. And she helped me be a better person on and off the field. She was definitely an inspiration to everyone, not myself, just to everyone. Also want to thank my teammates. Thank you for being there for me and making me such a better person. Y'all will never go unnoticed. And lastly, thank you LSU for giving me one of the best experiences of my life. I will always hold it dear to my heart. And thank you. Go Tigers.
Thank you guys for making my last 4 years here at LSU the best years of my life. I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. It's been really enjoyable. I've learned a lot from each and every one of you. I'm glad that I got to be out in the field with you guys for the last 4 years, and it's just been amazing experience. Thank you, coaches, for being the mentors you've been to me. It's been truly amazing getting the knowledge that I've gotten from you guys. My teammates, thanks for putting up with me and dealing with my craziness and making me laugh on the good and bad days. I want to thank my family for just being my rock through it all. You guys have really supported me through everything, and I really appreciate everything you've done for me. Don't forget, if you see something, say something. Go Tigers.
All right, Garrett, thank you very much. Softball right now in the SEC tournament. As we are speaking now, we don't have the results of their opening matchup against Texas A&M. We wish Beth Torina the very best in her group. The goal, of course, is to go to that windy city known as Oklahoma City.
I'm excited for their chances. They're likely going to host an NCAA regional at Tiger Park. If you can, get out there. If not, watch it live.
All right, when we come back, Eric Reid giving back to help a great cause. We'll have that story next on Tiger Tracks.
Tiger Tracks on CST is being brought to you by Capital One Bank, the official bank of all things Louisiana, and by Louisiana Propane Dealers. Get up to $1,200 in rebates on propane accessories. Find out how at louisianapropane.com.
Welcome back to Tiger Tracks alongside Garrett Walvert. I'm Jordy Helpberg. Now we continue with the show. Eric Reid, a stalwart safety for LSU. Remember the catch against Alabama at the goal line, the interception to help win the first game of the century. Now he's giving back to aid a great cause called sickle cell anemia.
Well, he teamed up with the Baton Rouge Sickle Cell Anemia Foundation, had a chance to give back. This is his second year in a row holding an invitational golf tournament. They had about 40 pairings, people that paid to go out there and golf with him. They raised a lot of money, and they hope it grows.
I don't know if he can play golf, but he raised money. Garrett's here, now Garrett's there.
Former LSU All-American Eric Reid returned to Baton Rouge last week to help raise money for local charities. The first-round draft pick hosted the second annual Eric Reid Invitational at Pelican Point Golf Course. A starter with the San Francisco 49ers, Reid teamed up with the Baton Rouge Sickle Cell Anemia Foundation and former Tiger Ryan Clark. Both men are dedicated to finding a cure and raising awareness for this deadly disease.
Well, it's super important. Tonight's the Eric Reid Invitational VIP, players kind of just get an opportunity to find out what we're here for. It's for the Baton Rouge Sickle Cell Anemia Foundation, an opportunity to spread awareness, also raise some money for an illness that affects so many people and that is actually a fatal illness. And for me, it's important. I lost my sister-in-law to this disease. I've had my own fights and bouts with this disease. So I'm excited to be a part of this event tonight, and I hope it goes extremely well and we're able to raise a lot of money.
So tomorrow is the golf tournament, kicks off at 11 o'clock. I'll be on hole 16. Trying not to make a fool out of myself. I'm not that good of a golfer, but hopefully I improved a little from last year. But it's a good time. It's all for a good cause, and we got 44 teams, so it should be a good time. It's just a one-day event right now. Next year maybe it could be a two-day event where we have 40 teams on Friday, 40 teams on Saturday. So the sky's the limit.
Reid hosted a VIP party on Friday night, auctioning off sports memorabilia, jewelry, and dinner packages from a host of local restaurants. Local radio personality Matt Moscona broadcast his afternoon program from the event and was excited to be part of the Invitational.
Well, Matt DeVille, who helped organize this event, called and asked if I'd be interested in doing the radio show here, and it was a no-brainer. You get an opportunity to partner with a guy like Eric Reid, who's such a great ambassador for the city of Baton Rouge, for LSU, and now for the Sickle Cell Anemia Foundation. It really was just a very easy decision to come out and spend an evening, spend a day, and give back.
13-year NFL veteran Ryan Clark spoke at the event, recounting his own battles with complications from sickle cell. Clark now works as a broadcaster with ESPN and has lent his name to numerous charities that battle the disease.
Well, for me, this was something they reached out to me a few years back about sponsoring the the Baton Rouge Sickle Cell Anemia Foundation walk, and I sponsored the walk. And then this year again, since I'm back home, I decided to do it. Also, Eric reached out to me last year about being involved in this event, and I finally got an opportunity to do it. I have my own sickle cell foundation called the Ryan Clark Cure League, and so anytime I can be involved in something that is devoted to finding a cure for this disease, spreading awareness for this disease, and raising money for this disease, I'm excited to be a part of it.
With Reid's star power and his desire to expand the Invitational to include more groupings, the event is poised to grow in the coming years.
I don't think there's any question this event is going to continue to grow as the years go on. When you got a young superstar like Eric Reid attached to it, so many people who are gaining awareness of not only sickle cell anemia, this foundation, but also of Eric's involvement, there's no question it's going to continue to grow throughout the years.
Yes, I do think it can grow, but I think you have to get people from here, the Eric Reids, the Ryan Clarks, even if you can get some people involved with the school, whether it be coaches, administration, to kind of get behind it and show how important it is. You know about Louisiana. It's about people. It's not necessarily about organizations. It's not about things. It's not about materials. It's about relationships. So as these relationships continue to grow and you can get more people involved, I think this could be a really huge thing.
For more information, log on to brscaf.org, the online home of the Baton Rouge Sickle Cell Anemia Foundation. Reporting for Tiger Tracks, I'm Garrett Wolford.
All right, job well done, raised a lot of money, and that's terrific. So benefiting sickle cell anemia. I can't thank you enough, as this is our season closing show. Can't thank you enough for all your work throughout the course of the year to make this show run as smoothly and as efficiently. Job well done.
I appreciate that. It's a joy to do this show. Good to work with y'all.
And the guys behind the scenes, Jason, Niels, Eric, the whole group, they do a fantastic job. We thank you so much for all you do. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next season on Tiger Tracks.